It's Just Our Opinion podcast show starts it.
T-minus 4 minutes. T-minus 3 minutes. T-minus 2 minutes. T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Rest in paradise, James Earl Jones.
Mic check. Yo, it's your boy Chaos, and it's Just Our Opinion Podcast. Back in direct, as always, had some good days and some bad days, but we here. Broadcasting live and direct out of the good state of Georgia, by the way of Waco, Georgia. Not Waco, Texas, but Waco, Georgia. Without further ado, you already know my partner in crime. And he can't never come in without growling at the scene, Brother Dark President, place to be. What it do, bro?
Shalom, family. Salute, fam. Everything's all in all. Just getting into this paperwork, getting deeper, getting more knowledgeable, understanding things a lot better. But anyway, everything is good. But yeah, I saw the James Earl Jones salute. I saw that earlier today too. So Mufasa gone, y'all.
Oh yeah. Well, who's getting to that point, bro? It really was, because the brother he lived his best life. He's been around 93 years. He's from Tate County, Mississippi.
Just so much about. We lost a legend, bro.
Oh yeah, no doubt. No question about it. You know what I'm saying? The brother was an icon within itself. As far as his voice. Is concerned, because he had that manly man stature of a voice. His voice stood out, to the point where, they had to use his voice on different commercials and even for CNN's opening back in the days. He was just, he was even bigger than that. He played in a lot of exploitation movies and things of that nature and stuff back in the days. Even one of my favorite films of all time back in the 70s, Claudine. You know what I'm saying? But what's your take on him, bro?
I fell in love with the George Lucas series, younger growing up. And the most iconic character that's ever played any role on Star Wars. And anytime you mention Star Wars, his name gonna come up. Darth Vader. Mm-hmm. James Earl Jones played the voice of Darth Vader. It's distinct. Ain't nobody else done. All the Star Wars folks know. So him dying, all the Star Wars base knows what's up today. Majority white people. Majority white people, they know about this today. They know about the brother going down today. They know about that. Please believe that. Lucasfilm knows what's going on. George Lucas knows what's going on. Disney Plus knows what's going on. That's how big it is. That's how big it is. Then he played a king in Disney, Mufasa. He also played a king in Eddie Murphy's Coming to America. The man was all about, you know what I'm saying, I need the top position and give you the respect that I deserve as a black man. Hands down. Salute to the brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Bro, I know we're going to probably have a little ups and downs with the internet tonight because I'm in the area. I don't know. The signal keep bouncing in and out. So please bear with me on this bullshit out here. You know, this is YouTube. You know this how how they roll. We didn't discuss this, back here because, like I said, they took the video that we did on Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
like,
they did.
like it was told to me, y'all gotta understand, bro. They not playing with y'all out here. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I really don't. I'm not playing either.
Let me go get into it. That's what we need. Go ahead, bro. Let's get into it.
I mean, the thing is, that's like tonight's topic tonight is generational curse, the destruction of curses that destroys our society since slavery. We're going to tie all this shit in with copyright infringement and all this stuff. We're going to tie all this shit in with tonight's topic. Because I've been doing a lot of video watching for the last couple of days. And a lot of things that I've been watching is stuff like us going back and forth with each other with the politics, us lying to ourselves about how we make bad decisions amongst ourselves. We just doing it because we we make bad decisions because this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? We don't know no damn better. All kind of excuses to keep from talking about the real source of why things are like they are.
Go ahead.
And one of the things, and I'm gonna go ahead and enlighten folks about this generational curse persona. Generational curse, the definition. I'm not gonna give you the Google or the what you call that? The rand? What's the dude name that got the dictionary? What was the name? Webster dictionary definition. Generational curse is basically a source of evilry that's been beaten in to a certain people to continue the distraction and destruction of their society on a negative standpoint, meaning that they can tell you if you do this, you're gonna get that, but at the same time, don't let the others know what you're doing. It's basically the Willie Lynch letter syndrome. Willie Lynch basically told the slave masters that you give certain black folks a certain amount of stuff and you give the other black folks none of the stuff. Had these two going at each other's neck. That way they'll know who's who and who's not who. And if you keep this situation going for the next 800 or 900 years, you can run this country into the ground like you want to, with using them as your footstool. And this is what's happening in today's society because you have folks that's joining these little organizations. I ain't gonna call no names. They know who they are. It's dealing with the college situation and it's dealing with the street situation. And they all use these little vehicles to think that they're better than their own kind. And then get out here and act like they're so highly educated, telling you who your best interest is on the voting status. telling you that you need to vote for Kamala Harris because she's a black woman. She ain't got to have no kind of entitlement far as mass incarceration is concerned, gentrification, you know, really the economy in the black communities, none of that. You ain't got to have none of that. All you got to do is do like a black woman in the White House. That's all you need to have. Start asking for reparations because you don't need that. Start asking for stuff. Just let the woman get in there first. The same little BS that they did with Obama when he was in the White House. Because I heard folks say he had to do nothing to be black in the White House. That was good enough for them.
Mm-hmm.
And the hurting part about that, it sounds like a little kid, but I get it because little kids make these like little green ding diggling decisions, especially when they don't know nothing being taught to them about real men or whatever. Because a lot of these young men out here nowadays are showing you how society really gets down. These young men out here acting like women. They're not even trying to act like a man. They don't know how to act like a man. Only thing they know how to do is get upset when you tell them something. They ain't trying to hear nothing. They ain't trying to see nothing. And they damn sure ain't trying to be educated on nothing.
Nope. Mm-mm.
I done seen thousands of videos where the police pulling these young men over and they telling them they know their rights about, and they ain't got no business pulling them over and all this other stuff. No, they did some fuck shit. No one ain't messed up. You robbed the stuff. You broke in somebody's house the other day, or you done robbed the stove, or did something you had no business. You got pulled over, and they got warrant out for your arrest. Go on, get out the car and put your hands up behind your head and go and take that L like a man. No, you want to sit up there and say you know your rights, and you ain't did nothing. And they messing with you for nothing. With flip flops on.
Well,
And hollering. I know my rights. Call my mama. That's the first thing you're going to say. Call your mama. And you know why you say call your mama? Because that's who you act just like. You got to call what you reflect on. Raise you.
Mama Justice.
Mm-hmm. Then she come screaming out, my baby ain't did nothing. He was at home the other night. But she don't know how long he was at home because she had a nigga up in her ass in the other room the other night. These things like this don't never get discussed because there's no accountability out here in this society no more. And this is what the generational curse comes into play.
Ain't that something?
I mean, like I say, these things are by design and ain't nobody talking about it. You got folks sitting around there saying we need to stop blaming Willie Legislator for everything. Why not? We need to stop blaming the white man for everything. But at the same damn time, who you think started all this shit?
And one thing about it, they don't want to talk about that part.
I'm gonna tell you, the brother Eric Monty, the dude, the one I told you that did the Good Times TV show, right?
Yeah.
His daughters and them did a interview with Hype TV, Comedy Hype back here a couple of weeks ago, and he had the brother on there. He's staying in Atlanta now. He's out in Atlanta. He's out here in Georgia now. They got him out the shelter. He's
okay.
So his daughter and his granddaughter, they came and got him, and they talked about the story about his legacy being destroyed and being stole by Norman Lear for those TV shows, Good Times, The Jeffersons, Sanford and Son, and stuff like that,
Yeah.
And, I was reading the comment section, and it is so many black folks that did not know this, They thought this. They said they thought truly that this was Norman Lear's come up. They thought he made these TV shows.
Wow.
They thought the white man made the TV show. And they said it's a damn shame that ain't nobody really talking about this. And I said,
And
no, they're not gonna talk about it because the thing is, he was blackballed from the industry.
yeah.
See, the thing that folks really don't seem to understand is that when this brother came to Hollywood in the late 60s,
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
he came to California to pursue his dream in TV and being a writer. He went to LA City College and went in for writing, like I was telling you back here a couple of days ago. And he met with the brother Mike Evans, the one that played the first line on Good Time. I mean, on the Jeffersons.
Mm-hmm.
They became good friends. At the time when Lionel met with him, he had got the role as Lionel Jefferson for the TV show All in the Family in 1971.
I got you.
Now, at the same time, while Mike was being on the acting side of the game, they brought Eric Monty in as one of the writers of All in the Family. And as he was helping Norman Lear with that TV show, he pitched him some more TV shows to do, you know what I'm saying, to get an idea on. And one of the shows was Sanford and Son. That he seen that there was a British show that was called Steptoe and Son. If you ever see the credits on Sanford and Son, you'll see the credits that say based off the show Steptoe and Son. But Eric Monty wanted to do a black version of that show and call it Sanford and Son.
Mm.
And he said he wanted to bring in Red Fox as the black junk man. He said Norman Lear said he didn't even know who a Red Fox was.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he don't think that would have really hit it off real good. So he left it alone. He said, okay then, well, we just gonna leave that alone then. So later on down the line, as things started to prevail, he went and sold the goddamn show to NBC. NBC ended up looking Red Fox up, and they ended up shooting a pilot in 1972 behind his man's back.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at the same time, Eric Monty still had a bunch of shows that he had did and written. And one of them was Good Times. Now, Good Times, he went ahead and gave him the creativity to own, well, not own, but have his name in the credits for that TV show, the first season. And at the time when he was doing that show, they were having arguments because they had real deal motherfuckers that really wanted to see a real strong black family fulfillment on that show. I want to play, matter of fact, let's just play the video because I don't want to just give too much juicy stuff. But this is going, most folks like say this don't, it's like, oh, this got to do with generational curses. But no, it's got to do with a lot of it because the thing, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to explain why it's got to do with generational curses. Because they actually wanted to kill off the character James Evans off that TV show because it was showing a male perspective holding down the home. And they were saying that Hollywood, they were saying that the TV scene wasn't ready for a black family, in other words, like that. Why would they say some shit like that, bro?
They want a dysfunctional family, single mother. It wouldn't have been, you know what I'm saying, what's the word they use? The nuclear family. Where you have a man, woman, and then the children. It wouldn't have been a nuclear family. It'd be a single mother family, which we all know in any culture, that's not going to survive. It's going to be inadequate. It's going to be stunted. It's going to be a generational curse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically. I mean, because from what I seen was that if you watched Good Times and you seen that James Evans basically was holding down home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was the leader of his house. He wasn't no follower. He wasn't no he wasn't no yes balls.
Mm-hmm.
He was a man's man. And folks don't understand that at that time, we just coming out the civil rights movement. You know what I'm saying? All the little shit that was going on in the 60s. We're going into the 70s now. They already had their tactics in place to destroying the black nuclear family because they took the jobs that were once upon a time in the black community where the black man was going to work every 12 to 16 hours a day. And the woman was at home taking care of the kids. They seen that as a threat. Because they said, you know what? We need to get the numbers up as far as mass incarceration is concerned. Because these niggas is getting a little too outgunned and outnumbered now. Because, you know, and then you got a TV show like Good Times being on there showing a black nuclear family basically struggling in Chicago, living there, you know, still holding it down, even though they're going through hardship. But the father's still making it where they're having somewhat of a good living, somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
And he's controlling their house. They know right there that's going to show every man in the country that we can hold shit down just like James Evans can hold shit down. And the power that be, CBS television and all these other networks and stuff, they don't want to show that because that's not the agenda that they want to pursue in Western society. So they had to go ahead and it got to the point where Eric Monty said, I'm trying to pull the video up, bro, but okay, I think this is it right here. I'm gonna see which one I want to play. Cause I got like shit, 3 or 4 of them I didn't download it, bro. Let's see. I'll play this one right here. I'm just gonna play the audio. Hopefully, cause by fair use, cause you know how YouTube get down.
Mm-hmm.
So we just gonna play the audio and go from there. And I just let you just chime in on behind that. Hold on a second. Yeah.
We can just get you to grab the born Williams. project in Chicago. Those projects were film Candyman and 1970s sitcom Good Times. We went over Norman Lear and his interactions with the cast of Good Times in a previous video called Norman Lear Made Good Times Bad by Letting JJ Do His Own Thing. If you haven't seen that yet, check it out here. And my next old school scandal video will be about the TV show ideas that Norman Lear either stole or bought and recreated. He is an iconic TV show producer, but he gets too much credit for coming up with ideas that were not his original ideas at all. So subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can see that video and all of my videos and live streams. And when you subscribe, the comment section to say hello to you. But today, let's go on you. Like so he make believe. He spoke of one day when he was writing as a ranger. He recalled this incident that he did with National Public Radio in 2006. Quote, I was 5 years old and I loved cowboys. Roy Rogers, Gene Autry, the Lone Ranger, and I had this little broomstick horse. And I was riding around like it was a horse. And this big old white guy came up to me. Now that I look back at it, he might not have been that big or that old, but he was definitely white. And he said, who are you supposed to be? And I rode back on my little broomstick horse and I said, I'm the Lone Ranger. And he said, you can't be the Lone Ranger. The Lone Ranger is white. So I made a vow then that when I grew up, I was going to make some black heroes. End quote. And that is what Eric Monte did. Whether the characters that Eric Monte created are heroes or not, that's debatable. But he certainly did make black characters that were relatable and in some cases, aspirational. But getting there wasn't easy. Eric Monte knew what he wanted to do. He wanted to be a Hollywood writer. But at least a couple of things were not in his favor on his road to getting there. One, he was a high school dropout. And two, his mother, probably unwittingly, was no help with her discouraging words. According to Eric, his mother told him, quote, they never have had a black writer in Hollywood. If they ever get one, he's going to be some high yellow black with a Harvard degree, not some high school dropout from Cabrini. Well, alrighty then, Mom. Tell us how you really feel. Well, thank goodness for self-determination. Eric Monte decided that no matter what, he was going to leave behind the poverty, the gangs, the high unemployment, and the drugs that the Cabrini Green projects offered, and he was going to head to Hollywood to write. So with nothing but $5 in his pocket, he hitchhiked his way on Route 66 all the way to Hollywood. When Eric Monte arrived in Hollywood, he met an actor named Mike Evans. This is where Norman Lear comes into the picture. Mike Evans had just gotten a new role on Norman Lear's sitcom All in the Family. Mike Evans was impressed by Eric Monte as a writer, so he asked Eric to help him expand his role on All in the Family. So Eric Monte wrote a script and submitted it to Norman Lear. Norman Lear was impressed, and boom, Eric Monte did what his mother said he would never be able to do. The high school dropout from the Cabrini Green projects landed himself a job working for Norman Lear as a Hollywood writer, and he quickly became one of the hottest writers in network television. Now, with the steady writing gig and the comfort of job security, Eric Monte pitched an idea to Norman Lear. How about a Black American business owner named George Jefferson? Subsequently, George and Louise Jefferson premiered on Norman Lear's All in the Family. George Jefferson was a Black businessman who owned a chain of dry cleaning service locations, and alongside his wife, Louise, lived next door to America's favorite bigot, Archie Bunker. Eric Monte and Mike Evans collaborated again in 1974 and created the show Good Times. Norman Lear was the executive producer. No need to go too extensively into this because, again, we already tackled a lot of the ins and outs of Good Times and Norman Lear in the Norman Lear made Good Times bad by letting JJ do his own theme video, which, again, you can see here. But briefly, Eric Monte was the writer for Good Times and even got himself an acting credit on one of the episodes. In my other video, we talked about how Norman Lear's condescending attitude towards the desires of the cast members, mainly Esther Roll and John Amos, led to them both quitting and being fired from the show respectively. Well, Eric Monte never wanted John Amos to leave either. This was a constant battle between himself and Norman Lear, who would tell him that a strong black father had no place in a comedy show. For that reason, as soon as Eric Monte got his first good opportunity with another writing job, he left too. That opportunity came in 1974 with a contract for Eric Monte to write a script for a movie called Cooley High, a coming-of-age story about black teenagers living in projects in Chicago. 2. This was a contract for Good Times and even got himself an acting credit on one of the episodes. In my other video, we talked about how Norman Lear's condescending attitude towards the desires of the cast members, mainly Esther Roll and John Amos, led to them both quitting and being fired from the show respectively. Well, Eric Monte never wanted John Amos to leave either. This was a constant battle between himself and Norman Lear, who would tell him that a strong black father had no place in a comedy show. For that reason, as soon as Eric Monte got his first good opportunity with another writing job, he left too. That opportunity came in 1974 with a contract for Eric Monte to write a script for a movie called Cooley High, a coming-of-age story about black teenagers living in projects in Chicago. Only a year after from working with Norman Lear, Norman Lear came out with a new TV show called The Jeffersons. It was a spin-off show of All in the Family. And guess what it was about? A black business owner who owned a chain of dry cleaning stores. The main character's name was George Jefferson, and his wife was Louise. I bet that Eric Monte thought to himself, that sounds familiar. Even though Eric Monte created those characters and the concepts for them, and nothing was changed about them in their transition from All in the Family to the Jeffersons, Norman Lear took all of the credit and built himself as a show creator.
There you have it.
Ran for 11 seasons. And
Now, I'll stop right there for a second. Now, when you think about what she just said, he took credibility for something that he didn't write, something that he didn't create. That sounds like something in the Bible dealing with the so-called Jews, wouldn't it? They said those that say they are Jews that are not are the synagogues of Satan.
Yeah, what it say?
So you going around? So they basically saying that the folks that the fallen, what was that? The fallen angels or whatever that shit was, bro. That going around claiming shit. They ain't had no kind of native nothing on the planet. They just go around claiming shit.
Yeah, it's Esau and them. It's the white people.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's also little head people too.
Mm-hmm.
Because their thing is they steal land and then assume identities. That's interesting, ain't it?
Yeah. And see, the thing is, you know, you're going around taking folks' stuff. You're going around destroying nations. You're going around lying. You're going around deceiving the whole damn planet. But at the same damn time, when folks come at you about these things, you ain't got a damn answer for it. Then you get mad. You want to destroy their life and their characteristics and blackball them and try to have them killed and every damn thing. All because you know you're not who you say you are.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
and is still widely regarded in many circles as the #1 Black American sitcom in TV history. These characters who Eric Monte created paved the way for shows like The Cosby Show and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Shortly after Norman Lear hired Eric Monte to work as a writer for All in the Family, Norman Lear told Eric about
Now, back to the whole generational curse. Now, just think about it. That TV show to the Jeffersons paved the way for two of the biggest TV shows in television history: The Cosby Show and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. If it wasn't for the Jeffersons, them TV shows wouldn't even exist.
No, I wouldn't.
If it wasn't for Cooley High, Boys in the Hood, Do the Right Thing, wouldn't exist. Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
See, them motherfuckers know our creative juices. They know that we the real. They know we the original. They know that we the gods. They know everything about us, but we don't know jack shit about ourselves. Think about that. Eric Monte's supposed to be living it up high on the hog right now. They're living in a goddamn shelter.
Try to make a deal with the devils.
Yeah, but that's how they get us all the time, bro. They get us when we're young and dumb. You said something out of the scripture back here the other day. We were talking about the young. What you say about it? What was it, bro? What was it again?
Can't remember what we were talking about.
It was something dealing with, how they, I said they get us every time they get us when we're young and don't know no better. And then you came up on the scripture or something right behind it. I can't remember what it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was something dealing like, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, they always get us when we're young, when we don't know no better. They already know that we don't know the 2 plus 2. You know what I'm saying? So as long as we dumb down like that, they go in and they swoop in and they take advantage of our not knowing. In other words.
Well, basically, yeah. They definitely do that at a young age. They start that with the TV.
Yeah.
And then with the TV backed up with society. Then the society is backed up by religion and politics, so it actually frames you.
Mm-hmm. So that's what they did with the brother Eric Monte. Because Eric Monte, they literally say he wasn't no expert business owner and all this shit. They were making all kind of excuses.
Yeah,
from getting that money.
He shouldn't have did that though, bro.
Well, he didn't know. That's how they know. They know he didn't know.
That's the thing, though. I mean, it's been like this since back in the day, though.
Yeah. But you got motherfuckers that know now, but at the same time, they so comfortable being fucked over that they don't even worry about it no more. Look at Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey he know this shit that he doing out here ain't worth a damn, but he's like, that's all I know. That's all I can do. He don't have no confidence.
Yeah. And gave his wheel over.
Yeah. Him, Ricky Smiley, Tyrese. Even to the point with the politicians, Roland Martin, Candace Owens, all these guys. They all fucked up. And the thing is, like I say, it's a curse. Generational curse. Straight like that.
Another one of his potential TV show ideas. Norman Lear was interested in doing another British comedy remake. There was a British show called Steptoe and Son. It was about a junk dealer, and it had an all-white British cast. This remake was to come shortly after All in the Family was off and running, and it would simply be an all-white American cast centered around a drunk dealer. Eric Monte told Norman Lear that his remake should star Black American comedian Red Fox and have a black cast. Norman Lear said that he preferred to keep the show all white, plus he didn't even know who Red Fox was. Well, lo and behold, when the show debuted in 1972, it starred Red Fox with a black cast, and Eric Monte received no credit. At this point in the story, are you starting to feel like at some point Eric Monte should have known to not approach Norman Lear without copyrighted paperwork or an attorney by his side? Or do you kind of just feel like Norman Lear should have just been a stand-up guy and not stolen Eric's ideas? Put the answer to that question in the comments. I'm just curious to know what y'all are thinking. In 1977, Eric Monte filed a lawsuit accusing CBS and Norman Lear and others of stealing his ideas for Good Times and the Jeffersons. Quick side note, he also sued Bud Yorkin, a producer who had once been friends and worked alongside Norman Lear, as I mentioned in the Good Times Norman ABC, for stealing his idea for What's Happening, which was a TV show adaptation of Cooley High. But that is just a side note for this video. This video is about Norman Lear and Eric Monte. Eric Monte had a serious lack of business experience and knowledge. Because of that, he received nothing in his lawsuit regarding the Jeffersons and What's Happening. But he did win a $1 million settlement and small percentage of the royalties and a 1% ownership stake in Good Times. But would it really prove to be a win in the end? Well, you decide. Norman Lear, now a proven fraud in the outcome of this lawsuit and infuriated by Eric's settlement, took his appalling behavior to a new low when he joined forces with other Hollywood producers who were equally infuriated by Eric's settlement, and they blackballed him. When Eric Monte was being interviewed by NPR asked Norman Lear to respond to the settlement, which proved that he was a fraud. Norman Lear provided no answer.
That he did.
Now, labeled as too difficult to work with,
So
Eric
he
Monte's
didn't.
Hell no,
Yeah,
he ain't got to.
Yeah, man, like I said,
When he got Mr. Feinstein and all them motherfuckers bagging them Zionists bagging his ass, hell no, he ain't gonna say nothing. He ain't gotta say nothing.
no.
That's why Eric Monte said he had to go. That's why Eric Monte said he had to go all over the city of Los Angeles to look for a damn good attorney that would try to take the case. And a lot of them motherfuckers didn't want to take the case or couldn't because they knew they were gonna get fucked off too. And you know, biggest Los Angeles is he could have got any goddamn attorney in the world, and then motherfucker would have took their case. But they all stick together because they all Zionists.
That's what I'm saying. He should have just got out of town. After that first one went down, he saw things were working. Oh, got your money, grab the attorney from somewhere else. And then attack it that way. But at this time frame, you getting your money. Not me personally. I don't know what the brother was thinking about at the time, but me personally, if that's the case, then I'm going to go ahead and start my own little company going. That's just me personally, though. Because now you've been around everything. That's what you're supposed to do. When you go to the new spot, especially you know going on, you soaking up everything that's going on around you. You're asking questions. You know what I'm saying? Especially see your people around there. They having cameras, stuff you ain't never ran until you run up on. Hey, how that work? Show me how that.
Well, see, at that time though, bro, this was the '70s, so getting all those type of things back in those days ain't like you can do like now. You know, so you can get highly access to a whole lot of shit now compared to how you did back in those days. Back in them days, shit, you had questions out of question. Them motherfuckers want to know, you got these licenses, you got this here, you got to have that there, you got to have that, you know what I'm saying, in order to operate this and all this old stuff. That's how.
What I'm saying, like the brothers that's behind the cameras. That's what I'm talking about. And the thing is, they behind there already. So the thing is like we always had back in days when we didn't have no money. It was either bartering something, which was trading off something, or word of mouth, you know what I'm saying, and some information. So it would have been the same old with him sitting there, because the thing is, they've been amazed at him being a writer. So they've been wanting to ask him questions, and he'd be amazed at them running the camera stuff. So, I mean, it'll bounce off each other, man. Like I say, I don't think enough information was being passed, because he was still trying to get his jump off, which was what he was doing. But at the same time frame, you know what I'm saying, it was at the expense of, you know what I'm saying, okay, I'm going to put it on, but he going to tweak it. And then he ends up tweaking you out, and I'm thinking you should have saw that, but I do believe he did, but he's just still held on thing, well, maybe at the end, I'm
Well,
a
see,
yield
the
back.
thing, the thing is, the man was outgunned and outnumbered at the time. Because even motherfucking John Amos, even John Amos and Esther Rose was pissed off with the whole situation of Good Times. And that was the damn beacon, the light in the brain went off then. That let you know that motherfuckers really wasn't on that level. It was like, you know, I'm just gonna leave the whole shit alone because I don't want these motherfuckers to come at me and destroy my career. You know what I'm saying? That's why John Amos said when he had got the phone call stating that he had got kicked off the show, you know what I'm saying? He's like, okay, and he just left it at that. He ain't argue with the motherfucker. He just went on there and started doing roots over there at ABC. You know what I'm saying? But Eric Monty felt like I got full creativity of these shows that you literally said you didn't want to fuck with, and you just went up under my nose and did it anyway, knowing that you could create this shit.
Because that's my whole thing about it, is that you got a producer, you got an executive producer. The executive dude means I helped you with this. And the thing is, you had no intellectual property. You own none of that. That was his creation.
Mm-hmm.
From a legal standpoint. Intellectual property is something that you create from a mental standpoint. Could be architectural drawing, could be a song, could be some notes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Coben got that copyrighted after he got it out his head, but that's another story. But the thing about it was, this person knew who it was. This person knew his intellectual property. This person knew he was stealing.
Yeah, because he stole from his homeboy, Bud Yorkin.
Yeah.
It's a video out about that. And they both, both little hats.
I mean, I'm all right with that. It just bother when they get my people.
Yeah, I'm saying, what the thing is, regardless that shit with him, but Bud Yorkin ain't as big as that shit with Eric Monty and him, because Eric Monty, them shows were worth over $200-something million. And those shows are still getting residuals as we speak today from the Lear family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they still sucking it dry.
Mm-hmm. And getting mad at me and you and others out here that will watch it on, with the folks on YouTube and talking about copyright infringement.
Yep.
Because they know damn well they know damn well that shit's stolen.
It's already stolen.
Ridiculous, man.
Already stolen.
Opportunities to pitch new scripts were gone. But more than that was gone. His luxury home that he shared with his 2 daughters was gone. His Mercedes-Benz was gone. And after making bad investments, including a self-funded stage play called If They Come Back that was supposed to be his big comeback, his money was gone too. Instead of helping Eric Monte make a comeback, the play ended up being a flop, a commercial failure that played a major role in contributing to his financial ruin. He became disheartened and drug addicted. Crack cocaine was his drug of choice. And then he became homeless. His life had come full circle in the worst way, as he faced everything that he had left in the Cabrini Green projects when he set out to become a Hollywood writer. By 2003, he had developed a very bad alcoholism problem. Eric eventually declared bankruptcy, and by 2006, He was living in the Salvation Army homeless shelter in Bell, California.
Mm.
One positive note is that he was now off of drugs. Maintaining sobriety was a requirement for all shelter residents, and regular drug testing was a condition of occupancy. Since the height of his career's sitcom writing days in the 1970s, he has only written single episodes for 2 TV shows, The Wayans Brothers and Moesha. He said that his script for Moesha was, quote, the absolute worst script I've ever written, end quote. And if you're wondering if you should be crying about his having had to live in a shelter, here's what Eric Monte had to say, quote, my living in the shelter and my being broke, I see that as a minor inconvenience. Life is way too short for me to let some idiotic thing like that make me unhappy. Please, no, I'm not sad about anything. I love life. I'm as happy as a sissy in Boys Town. My work ain't over. End quote. Eric Monte did write a self-published book called Blueprint for Peace while he was living in the shelter. It seems that as long as he has his sobriety and a computer or a typewriter or a pencil and a notebook, he will continue to write. The last piece of information, personal information that I saw on him, had him living in Portland, Oregon. We salute Eric Monte and wish him the best. I do wonder if Norman Lear will ever speak to him face to face. Regardless, Eric Monte will forever be known as a pioneer and trailblazer in television writing, and he did get to fulfill his dream of bringing heroes that looked like him to the screen. I'll put a link to the Norman Lear versus Good Times cast video in my description box in case you haven't seen that one already. Thank you.
All right, and that's going to do it. That's going to do it for the brother Eric Monte. Like I said, he's out here in Georgia now, staying with his daughter and his granddaughter. So he seemed to be doing pretty good, even though he had suffered a stroke back here, I think in 2007, 2008. So his speech is a little bit off.
Yeah.
He still remembers everything. He ain't forgot about how he got treated. You haven't forgot that whatsoever. But bro, what do you think about the whole situation?
I think they need taken to civil court once again. Now that you know what I'm saying, Lear is in the dirt. I'll take it right back to civil court now.
Yeah, I think his daughters are saying that they're not gonna give up on that. They're gonna reopen the situation.
They better.
Hell yeah, 'cause I'm telling you, like I say, you gotta think about it, bro. Good times. What's happening? Cooley High, the Jeffersons. There's like 4 or 5 shows. Really about 7 or 8 shows that he didn't get really full credit that he should have got. That are worth total of $300-something million annually. I'm talking about that's what we generational wealth for his kids. For him and his kids.
Well, yeah. That's what it's supposed to be. That's why I advise everybody, do it on your own.
Oh yeah.
They get their hands into it, and you definitely ain't getting it. It's over with for you.
Yeah.
You're gonna end up out in the cold. I know these folks good get over on their own self. It's a movie out. Well, it dropped probably like a few years back, I think like maybe 2015. You know what I'm saying? So, but the name of it was The Founder. And it was about 2 guys that came up with the concept of the hamburger, which was turned into McDonald's later on. But this guy that found out about their idea, stole the idea from them, ran with it, and it became the McDonald's that y'all know today. But the original founders of that cut out, and they were white.
Oh yeah, I seen that movie. I forgot the name of it. It's on Netflix. It was on
The
Netflix.
Founder. That's the name of it. The Founder.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought that was, bro. I like that's low, bro. That was so low down. That was so low down. But that's what they do. So I should expect that.
Yeah, the dude sit up there and he literally was watching everything that the guy that the folks that own McDonald's were doing. And when he got everything like he wanted, he went in there and swooped through that more like a vulture and got that goddamn company.
That's right, because he told them, I'm gonna be your business partner, you know what I'm saying, and work out everything between y'all. Said we're gonna be rich. That's the first thing should let you know right then. They about to take over whatever you got.
Mm-hmm. Because he took all of the handmade food items that they created at that goddamn restaurant. He took all that shit and put all that genetic shit in there.
I mean, first they sent in the company and said, we say, well, everything's going good with that recipe. So we wanted to tell you, you know what I'm saying, since you being a manager, we just sent them an extra, you know what I'm saying, 250,000, you know what I'm saying, a piece, you know what I'm saying, just for congrats on, you know what I'm saying, the recipe selling it to her. You don't tell them about that. You keep that money. Then the next time they come through with conversation, he's talking about, you know what I'm saying, I've been put in a state as far as, you know what I'm saying, power of attorney to do things. See, they just snuck these folks out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was sad because they left with the gas face at the end of the movie. I'm like, yeah, I know that look. Like, you can't do no deal with these folks here, bro. Do it on your own. Do it on your own.
Yeah, because everybody want a piece of the pie.
Man, they're going to take your pie. They don't want no piece. They're going to take your pie. They're going to take it. They're going to take it. Yeah, now let them do. That's all I can say.
Okay. Well, only thing I can say, whole thing about this whole generational curse situation, that's one of those curses right there. Us depending on others to do everything for us when we can do it for ourselves. We need to get off of that. We need to stop depending on these production companies, these goddamn politicians especially. Now, we stuck on them motherfuckers. I don't know why, after all these years, we still stuck on them motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you got folks thinking that if you go to Trump, that's going to be better than Kamala Harris. If you go to Kamala Harris, that's going to be better than Trump. And both of these cats are working for the same corporate bird.
Oh.
They are out here to keep you all distracted, deaf, dumb, and blind. It ain't about y'all do a great deal of keeping your family and yourself together in this society. It ain't set up for that. That's the reason why you think about the word liberty. It's freedom with constraints. It ain't that don't mean you're fully free. You governed. That's why everything that you use has always got a stop. It's got a limit to it. With your car, you got a governor on your car. You can only go a certain amount of speed in that car. Truck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can only do a certain thing in this society.
Yeah.
You buy a house. You got a 30-year mortgage on it. After you get the 30-year mortgage paid off, you say, this is my house. No, you know it ain't, because you still got to pay taxes on the damn land.
Yeah.
So it still ain't yours.
No.
It's a limit. It shouldn't be no limit. Because you go to all these other countries, they laughing at us over here in America. You pay them what? You give them what?
Yeah.
How you going to give something that is yours?
You got to give it up, bro. Yeah.
That's pimping, baby.
Oh, it is. It is fine.
And y'all talking about black men pimping black women and it's bad? No, the United States government pimping the people is bad.
It's cool when they do it, though.
Mm-hmm. See, let's show you how that's the curse. That's the generational curse. Because see, the thing is, when you think about generational curse, ladies and gentlemen, you think the first thing that comes to your mind, oh, you talking about black folks. No, I'm talking about human beings. Mainly black, brown, yellow, red, and white folks that live in this country. They all been generational curse. Because everybody think they're better than everybody. By design. When they keep you deaf, dumb, and blind by design, it makes them make more money. It keeps them wealthy. While you broke is a joke. You might think you got a little something in your bank. Oh, that's cool. But at the same time, you can have more. Y'all stick together. Everybody fucked up. Everybody got their own little fucked up ways of thinking. I'm better than you because I'm white. I'm better than you because I'm black. I'm better than you because I'm Puerto Rican. I'm better than you because I'm Asian. I'm better than you because I'm Jamaican, Haitian, African, Armenian, Arab. But at the same damn time, he ain't hitting on shit. None of us hitting on shit. Because we all got to get up 6 in the morning to go to a job that we really don't want to go to.
Nope.
Work our ass off the bone. 12 to 16 hours a day. 40-hour week. Sometimes working on the weekend. When you're working on the weekend, guess what? Shit, you're damn near tired to go back to work the next week. Sometimes we work so damn hard, we work ourselves to getting sick. Then when we get sick, we got to take some days off. Take days off. Most jobs don't pay you for having days off. So you missing days off and you missing money. So your bill's gonna start coming out. What can you do? I can't pay my damn light bill. Light might get cut off. Now you gotta go to the bank or you gotta go to some loan place to get some money to put on top of the money that you owe the light folks. Now you gotta pay that off. There's more bullshit on top of bullshit. That's why when you listen to that little theme song by Good Times on the TV show Good Times, keeping your head above water, making a way if you can, temporary layoff, good time, easy credit ripoff, good time, scratching into surviving, good time, hanging in the child line, good times. Ain't we lucky we got it? Good times. I'm listening to the lyrics of that song. And I've been listening to that damn theme song to Good Times ever since I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I know it's so good. Because that was one of my favorite TV shows of all time. Besides the Jeffersons and Sanford and Son and All in the Family.
Yeah. I'm back in the day.
And just the thing about a black man, Eric Monty wrote all those shows. And the funny thing about that, like when I seen that dude's name, I always wondered who Eric Monty was. Because I see his name in the credits all the time. You know, Good Time. I was like, who is Eric Monty?
That's the producer. That's the writer producer there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if you look at him and you look at JJ and you look at Preach and you look at Raj, all those guys look like they could be related because that's how that's why you could tell he wrote that show because those characters look just like him.
Mm-hmm.
Because Raj wore those glasses just like he wore. Preach wore those glasses like he wore. Only person that didn't wear glasses was JJ. Only thing about him and JJ had in common, they were skinny just alike.
Yeah, they were bean poles.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, that is crazy. Oh boy, let's get on into we're gonna go and leave the generational curse situation alone. Well, I did want to kind of reach out on the generational curse as far as the women is concerned, but I don't even want to go into that because that's too easy. Bro, you got anything you want to add on to the generational curse before we move into the next topic?
Go ahead.
Because the next one is going to be the political debate.
Hey, go ahead.
Well, they got one little clip I don't know. It's not that long. The debate. Harris and
It's a
Trump.
nice debate.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, run it. Need to hear what they talking about anyway, just to see.
It's just a little news clip from affiliate station out of Little Rock, Arkansas.
Former President Trump and Vice President Harris preparing to face off. Harris holding mock debates and making campaign stops in Pittsburgh.
Are you ready, Madam President?
Ready. Trump previewing his punchlines at rallies.
We're run by stupid people. Stupid people. And we found that out at the debate with Joe. How did that work out?
The two presidential hopefuls locked in a tight race. Both campaigns know there is a lot at stake.
Well, listen, I don't think she's going to underestimate Donald Trump. After all, he's been engaged in these debates at the presidential level since 2016.
I think he needs to let Kamala Harris talk, something she's been reluctant to do unless she's reading a teleprompter.
Harris picking up key endorsements from Republicans Liz and Dick Cheney.
I applaud the Cheneys for their courage in defending democracy.
What's going to make the difference is their records.
Tuesday's debate could be the difference maker for voters concerned about issues ranging from immigration to the economy.
I think the debate really reveals a lot of the honest opinions of the people that are running for the offices. I think the debates open up a lot of answers to a lot of people's questions.
Harris and Trump will make their case on the debate stage at National Constitution Center in Pennsylvania, a must-win state for both candidates.
And Pennsylvania has sided with the winner of the last two elections. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Also, it's tomorrow then, huh?
They said the 9th, though. They said the 9th.
I don't try to see the live feed, but I don't see nothing come across my thing. There. Come across the YouTube thing, so I don't see nothing.
No, I don't know if anybody's picking it up or not.
Let's see who is it. Because somebody lied now. Let's see.
Yeah, go check them out. See what's shaking.
Let's see what this is. I'm thinking is this the brother? I'm thinking it's the brother Phyllis or Philip Scott. I think is his name.
Okay.
He's talking about it now. Yeah, that's who it is. Philip Scott. He's talking about it on his podcast. It's kind of locking up though. Yeah, that's what that is. Ain't no, and it must be tomorrow night. Cause usually they like do all things on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Like they really mean these damn things.
You know what I'm saying? Make them.
So I mean, what is your take on both candidates? Just to be honest, you know what I'm saying. I mean, from what you can see.
I don't know what I mean. My thing is, from what I understood growing up, and politicians and how they supposed to debate and all that. I mean, it was tactical. It was classy. You know what I'm saying? It was just bringing, you know what I'm saying, your evidence to the pattern. But I don't know what to expect on it. Ain't no telling what you're gonna see. I mean, they got convicted killers. They got convicted folks that's in gas folks shot. I mean, you got felons around the felons that's pushing music. Like I said, I don't know what to expect, bro. I'm gonna watch the movie though. I can tell you that.
I'll tell you one thing, bro. That's all the fuck it is.
I'm gonna watch
Ain't nothing real about it. It ain't nothing real about it, because see, the thing is, the last debate that I seen, it was like some little kids arguing in the sandbox.
Well, yeah.
You know, no, you do it. It's my toy. No, it's my toy. No, it's my toy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how they do it. That's how they do it.
You know, it was something I wanted to talk about. I'm trying to figure out what the hell it was. Okay, we already reached out on the late James Earl Jones. You know,
he did.
He did. Oh, it was something. Well, I don't even want to talk about this shit. It's just Roland Martin then lashed out at one of the YouTubers because
go ahead.
He done some little. He called himself getting mad with everybody. He doing the same little shit that Steve Harvey and all the rest of them doing, trying to threaten black folks about they need to vote for Kamala Harris. I want to say something like that.
Who is?
To you ignorant motherfuckers out there that feel like that we supposed to this jump, when y'all say jump, when it come down to these old silly ass politicians, let me explain something to you. It's all a distraction, just like the goddamn football game y'all watched yesterday. You know how y'all get out there and y'all think these teams that y'all watching are going playing football, they run across the screen, catching balls and running the field and all that stuff. All that shit is scripted now. That shit is not real. And the reason why it's not real is because they just need y'all to be distracted long enough while they up somewhere else in the dark room somewhere trying to figure out their next move on y'all. What they gonna put on y'all next while y'all watch the football game. And that don't mean to be funny or nothing, but I'm just saying. Because see, like I said, I started watching football years ago. Even basketball. NBA ain't the same no more. Because they didn't took out, you can't even do certain things. A man, you can't even be a man playing sports no more now. You gotta be a damn sissy now. You gotta be zesty, as they say. Can't say the F word, so we're gonna leave that at that. You know what I'm saying? You can't even be a man no more. They say it's toxic, according to the little hat sissies. So they the one put the shit out here. Tell them what you can and what you can't say. Politics is the same thing. You're gonna get one that's gonna tell you what you want to hear, and they're gonna give you one they're gonna tell you what you don't want to hear. It's the same old fashioned love song every 4 years. Same old. And it's a damn shame that we constantly keep running the same script, that these folks run the same script on us. Kamala Harris got on TV and said that she wasn't black. Now all of a sudden that things is in her favor to be the next president of the United States. Now she needs a black vote. Now she talking about she cooked collard greens in the tub, and she like listening to Tupac. She used to listen to Tupac when she was in college, when she smoked a little weed. Trying to do everything she can to get to the black vote, because they think that's all that y'all Negroes like to do. Donald Trump comes on the other side. He's like, I can do better than that because I'm the richest man in America. I'm the richest man in America. I'll make some tennis shoes, some golden tennis shoes, and sell them to you niggas and let y'all know that I got your back, because I feel just like y'all feel. And then you got folks saying, well, Trump then hung out with a lot of black celebrities. Yeah, he sure did. He didn't hang out with no broke black celebrity. He hung out with celebrities that had money.
Goes too.
What the hell he look like hanging out with Tyrone that work at Walmart? What the hell he doing that? Yeah, we get caught up in this skin tone. Get out that. Get off of that, y'all. Get off of that. Okay? It's a bigger picture than that. Now, if y'all, but the thing is, only thing I can say, if Trump is a businessman and he's all about business, about making money, getting money, that's one thing. But all that inventory shit don't mean nothing. That's too much. We've been going through that too long for now. You know what I'm saying? Clinton got us back in 1992 with the goddamn Trump playing the saxophone on Arsenio Hall. You know, Hillary Clinton got us with the hot sauce in the first.
Yeah, what they said.
Obama got us with the basketball playing at the White House and singing Al Green lyrics. I mean, enough is a fucking enough. For real. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, if this is what you want to do, and you want to get caught up.
What you want to do. All it is.
You want to get caught up in the trap like Tom, then hey, put your hand out there. So they're going to keep getting it to you. That's the reason why I don't even deal with politics. I don't deal with religion. I don't deal with none of this crap. Because all of it is owned and operated and patented by those little hat folks. To keep you deaf, dumb, and blind. That's the reason why this generational, and they also is behind the generational curse of our people and many other folks out here. You have a choice to change this shit up. I mean, stop blaming these politicians or looking at these politicians to tell you how to run your household and how to run your neighborhood and how to do this and how to do that. Do it your damn self.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see some shit on about the Venezuela gangs and all of those stuff. I don't believe in that. I believe that was government done too. But, you know, that's another story for another day. Oh, boy. Bro, you got anything else you want to say before we go and get on off this thing, man?
I'm just waiting to see what happens in November. That's the best thing I can come up with. I just got to watch it play out. I don't know what to expect, but I can watch it play out, bro. Ridiculous, but it is.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I mean, I'm hoping everybody's, you know what I'm saying, got themselves prepared.
Yeah.
Looking ahead.
Yeah.
Study show yourself, bro.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. Bro, we living in times now. Well, we got to get out here and get an understanding about things instead of just assuming and getting all emotional and shit and waiting on somebody to give us a handout and tell us what we got to know and all this stuff. Find out stuff for yourself. It's easy right there in your face. It's right there.
Yeah.
It ain't the olden days, you know, where you had to, had to down there get somebody to tell you or try to find some kind of way to find out certain things. Now, you right at your fingertips. Now, you got a damn cell phone. This damn thing right here. It tell you everything you need to know. It's up to you if you want to look it up. Straight like that. Yeah, I guess we go ahead and get this thing shut down because I gotta get up in the morning and go on here and make this damn delivery and try to get on down the road somewhere to Texas. I like to take folks.
Oh yeah.
The internet started doing pretty good, I guess, because the numbers went down. So doing good now, huh? YouTube, y'all ain't worth a damn. It's all good. It's all good.
No, they
Hopefully I
get
get this damn Patreon. You know, I work on how to get this Patreon page going. YouTube gonna be less and less.
Mm-hmm. I would.
Yeah,
But
because folks starting to go over there to Patreon now because they tired of this copyright Frenchman shit. Shutting you, playing with your views and all that old shit. I ain't got time for that shit.
Nah, you want to do what you need to do.
Yes, sir.
Gotta go and get set up then.
Oh yeah, oh definitely. All right, bro. Well, we're gonna get this thing. We're gonna shut it on down. We'll put it on you later.
All right, bro. Shalom, bro. Shalom.
Peace, bro. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for the night. Hope you all got something out of this whole fiasco tonight. As always, much love and respect to you. As always, y'all have a good night. Your boy Chaos is out, in of out. I'm gone. Deuces.
Rest in paradise, James Earl Jones.
Nor can we let the government of America off, because the government of the United States of America has proved to be the worst enemy of black people. So now when it comes time for justice, this is not spoken out of hatred or out of bitterness, but reparations have to be given to black people, even as Jews received reparations from the onslaught of Nazi Germany. And now the Japanese are going to receive reparations for what America did by putting them in concentration camps. What's wrong with the children of slaves? We are here poor, ragged, hungry, naked, and out of doors. Reparations is what we want, and everyone that had a part in our destruction will have a part in paying reparations. I'll be right back.